Technology Plan Presentation by Susan Fredon, a student in the Masters of Educational Technology program at Boise State University. To realize the benefits of technology, schools must develop a plan for integrating technology into the curriculum. An effective technology plan is based on the shared vision of educators, parents, community members, and business leaders who have technological expertise. It ensures that technology strengthens existing curricula and supports meaningful, engaged learning for all students. It also specifies how the technology will be paid for and how its use will be supported. The preceding quote was included in an article published by the North Central Regional Technology and Education Consortium, leaders in the field of educational technology in Illinois until 2005. While those reasons are excellent reasons to develop a tech plan, the most prevalent reasons, at least in my home state of Illinois, are mandates by the Illinois State Board of Education. Illinois K-12 districts, in order to qualify for E-rate funding and to comply with No Child Left Behind, must have 3-year technology integration plans approved by the state. While this is certainly not the best reason, the mandates, technology integration plan template, and accompanying planning materials provide a uniform foundation on which Illinois K-12 school districts can build their technology plans. For the purpose of this presentation, the terminology Technology Integration Plan will be used, rather than other commonly used titles, Technology Plan or Technology Use Plan. As an Illinois educator, I will use the terminology that is most consistent with my current teaching position. Mandates aside, the development of a comprehensive and well-thought-out technology plan provides direct benefits to school districts. While educators may look at the technology integration plan from an educational perspective, administrators, taxpayers, and school boards look closely at the financial implications. Fiscal responsibility. Technology integration plans require the inclusion of specific budget information. Districts are expected to disclose how much will be spent on what and where that money will come from. Careful planning will avoid waste. Purchasing hardware or software that does not fit district needs can be a very expensive mistake. The flip side of that, monies budgeted for technology will be put to the best possible use. A well-thought-out technology plan will make the best use of equipment and personnel that is currently available. Without funding, there will be no technology to integrate, which makes the fiscal side of a technology integration plan critically important. How that technology is used in classrooms, however, will determine how positively technology use will impact instruction and learning. Educational responsibility. The technology integration plan provides the structure for developing clear goals and long-term direction for school districts. Multi-year planning will allow time for long-term goals to be met, but will not be so restrictive that emerging technologies can't be incorporated. As mentioned earlier, technology strengthens existing curricula. Understanding how and when technology use can improve student learning will make all instruction more effective. The technology integration plan will connect accepted standards with the work that goes on in classrooms each day, allowing all involved to better see how their piece of the puzzle fits into the bigger picture. As the technology integration plan is developed, a unified vision, hopefully, will form, which will result in strong support from stakeholders. Quote, "A technology plan must do more than define the hardware you need. It must communicate a vision that is aimed toward improving learning." End quote. Experts agree the development of a technology integration plan should take place over the course of approximately 1 year and involve all stakeholders. The document Basic Technology Plan Guide, published by the Illinois State Board of Education, Division of Curriculum and Instruction, states, quote, "The writing of a technology integration plan requires collaboration among district administrators, curriculum leaders, teachers, technology maintenance and support staff, parents, adult literacy providers, and community stakeholders. Discussion should begin early in the planning year before the actual writing begins." End quote. The process for development of the technology integration plan begins by assembling the planning team and establishing timeframes and target dates. Dividing duties among team members will help speed the process and ensure that all stakeholders take an active role. The Technology Maturity Model, TMM, suggests that the planning process be divided into 3 phases: assessment, formulation, and implementation. Of primary importance in the assessment phase is administration of needs assessments. In order for the technology integration plan to best meet the needs of students, teachers, and the community, information must be gathered. Previous technology plans, if there are any, should be reviewed. In Illinois, technology integration plans must meet specific requirements in order for districts to be eligible for E-rate and other funding. All assessment tools and dates must be included. Also, goals and strategies must be directly tied to district school improvement plans, ISAT data, and local assessment data. Budget information must be gathered as well to meet the state's documentation requirements. The second phase suggested by Sibley and Kimball is formulation. Now that all information and data has been gathered, it's time to put it to use. Component parts of the technology integration plan must be drafted, evaluated, and finalized. Throughout this process, all planning team members should be active contributors, and draft copies should be made available for stakeholders to provide feedback. In Illinois, technology integration plans must include district information, a description of data used to develop the action plan, a summary and analysis of the data. Inventory and technical data related to hardware and software is required for E-rate purposes. The heart of the technology integration plans are the action plans that are developed. For each goal identified, strategies are identified as they relate to curriculum and instruction, professional development, parental community involvement, and technology deployment. Budget and funding sources must be explicitly listed, and 25% of the tech budget must be devoted to professional development. Though Illinois technology integration plans are not required to include any correlation to technology standards, a comprehensive tech plan will use professional standards as a guide throughout the formulation phase of the process and will correlate strategy and activity portions of the action plans to those standards. The third and final phase in this process is implementation. A tech plan that looks good on paper will not bring about change unless it's implemented effectively. Though not explicitly stated by Sibley and Kimball, evaluation is a critical component of implementation. Illinois technology integration plans allow for what they call mid-course corrections. Once approved, as situations change, tech plans can be modified. Evaluating the plan itself, as well as evaluating how well the plan is being implemented, are essential. Some experts suggest that the planning team reevaluate their tech plan on a yearly basis. In creating a technology integration plan, one of the first steps is to state the district's vision. The Illinois Technology Integration Plan template suggests the following. Quote, state the district's vision and then explain how telecommunications, instructional technology, and informational technology in instructional and administrative programs support the vision. Incorporate a forward-thinking process which will identify needs that may emerge during or even beyond the life of the technology plan. It should demonstrate that the district has planned for actions such as changing in funding, student population growth, and building construction, expansion, etc., which may occur beyond the life of the plan. A technology plan's vision may be a separate district vision for technology or a restatement of the district's strategic vision with an explanation of how the technology plan supports the vision. End quote. The task for this project is to plan the creation of a technology integration plan for Kipling Elementary School in Deerfield, Illinois. As suggested, a good first step is to gather tech plans from previous years for reference. For District 109, 2 tech plans are available for review. At the time of this writing, the earlier plan was linked on the district website. The current plan is not available online, but I do have a PDF version of that document. 2008 Vision Statement. Quote, the vision of Deerfield Public Schools District 109 is to provide opportunities for each child to develop his or her maximum potential. This purpose will be directed by a commitment to constant improvement, persistent innovation, and continued growth. In order to accomplish this, the district will integrate instructional technology and administrative programs consisting of telecommunications and informational technology. Since the district successfully passed an operating rate referendum 2 years ago, the district has the necessary resources to address changes in enrollment, student curriculum, technology use and infrastructure, as well as facility needs necessary to implement this vision. End quote. The 2008 Vision Statement bears no resemblance, thankfully, to the 2005 Vision Statement, and there are no other district vision statements available. Given the criteria required by the state, the 2008 statement would provide an excellent starting point. The next steps would be to locate the district's vision statement overall and incorporate ideas and feedback from the planning team. Following district information in the vision statement, the next component in an Illinois Technology Integration Plan is data analysis. Illinois plans are required to be research-based, and that research must include data from the Illinois School Report Card, which includes state testing results and demographics, and may also include local assessments. Strengths of the current plan are that there's a strong research component and data-driven decisions were made. In prior years, only state testing data was used in the development of action plan goals, strategies, and activities, however. The makeup of this affluent district is such that 95% of students met or exceeded expectations on statewide testing. The only subgroup that had a statistically significant gap was special education students, scoring at 72%, meeting or exceeding standards. As a result, special education students and teachers are the only populations that are addressed in the most recent Deerfield Technology Integration Plan. For my plan, I propose that additional data be collected via surveys to faculty, staff, and students to allow for the development of comprehensive action plans which will meet more wide-ranging needs. Materi Group research shows that, quote, in schools with sufficient access, for example, one-to-one environments, schools with laptops on carts, schools with low student-to-teacher ratios, the barriers to effective technology use are lack of vision, access to research, leadership, technology, proficiency in integrating technology and learning, professional development, school culture, and/or resources, end quote. Deerfield qualifies as a school with sufficient access, so I chose to focus this needs assessment on two areas with the direct and measurable connections to teacher and student technology use. 1, teacher and student proficiency in integrating technology, and 2, professional development. In addition to information regarding technology integration and professional development, a limited amount of demographic data was gathered. Students are asked to indicate whether they are in 4th or 5th grade, and teachers provide information about their teaching assignment. Information regarding equipment and internet access is addressed in great detail in the 2008 Technology Integration Plan, so that data need not be gathered again. Survey questions related to school and home use of technology by faculty, staff, and students are included on the survey. For students, technology use at school is not within their control, since use is most often determined by tasks teachers have assigned. For adults, technology use at school is impacted by the availability of resources and the nature of their job duties. Including questions about home use will provide a clearer picture of technology use than would be possible with school-related data only. For faculty, staff, and students, survey questions about school-related technology use are required. Those relating to personal technology use at home were optional. Questions about the quantity of time spent using computers and the internet will not provide data about the quality and nature of work students complete, but do provide a starting point. Survey data will aid in the identification of gaps between what technologies are currently being used and district goals for future technology use. The next step would be to determine how effectively that technology is being used, which would not be accurately measured using a self-reporting instrument alone. Historically, professional development for technology has been limited. District-level offerings are most often 40-minute sessions during a half-day in service. Teachers choose which session to attend, and typically only 1 or 2 sessions relate to technology. At most, 15% of district faculty and staff will have the opportunity to take part in technology-related professional development in district. District administrative assistants have been trained on new software for student records and purchase orders. At Kipling, our tech coordinator will address specific needs as they arise and is very proactive in anticipating and planning for emerging needs. Scheduling time to meet, however, is very difficult, as the only common planning time tends to be before or after school. Occasionally, tech topics will be introduced briefly at monthly staff meetings. Since professional development for technology has been quite limited, data is being collected for both in-district and out-of-district professional development. No Child Left Behind Part D, Section 2402.5 states, quote, to enhance the ongoing professional development of teachers, principals, and administrators by providing constant access to training and updated research in teaching and learning through electronic means. Accordingly, questions relating to staff-faculty attitudes toward a variety of instructional models were included. Illinois Technology Integration Plan requirements include the writing of SMART goals, supported by data analysis. SMART, S, specific, M, measurable, A, attainable, R, realistic, T, tangible. Though not required, this tech plan will include correlations to NETs and Illinois technology standards for teachers, as well as NETs for students. Please note that the goal descriptions that follow are from the Illinois Technology Integration Plan template, which has been used to guide the formatting of this project. The goals that follow are those prescribed by the Illinois template. The strategies and activities are my own, and if this plan were submitted to the state for approval, they would appear in the action plan portion of the document. Goal 1. Curriculum integration. Description. Improve student academic achievement through the use of technology. Strategy 1. Provide teachers with reference resources and documents in a shared network folder and on SharePoint. Activity 1. Provide teachers with expert training on the use of SharePoint in an elementary school building. Activity 2. Provide teachers with a toolbox of mini-lessons in print and multimedia formats. Activity 3. Provide teachers with graphic organizers for students and benchmark assessments on technology skills. Strategy 2. Incorporate digital resources into classroom instruction, including video streaming and Web 2.0 technologies. Activity 1. Students will use blogs and wikis for communication, publication, and collaboration. Activity 2. Students will use social bookmarking sites to share research on cooperative group projects. Activity 3. Students will use United Streaming to access subject matter content. Activity 4. Students in grades 4 and above will use online collaborative tools, including Wikispaces and Schooltown. Goal 2. Professional learning. Description. Ensure that all educators are proficient in the use and integration of technology and that ongoing professional development activities are provided. Strategy 1. Provide technology training to district teachers in the use of word processing, database management, spreadsheet applications, and basic multimedia presentations. Activity 1. Offer yearly technology training at the building level on the use of Microsoft Word and PowerPoint for beginning users for CPDU credit. Activity 2. Offer yearly technology training at the building level on the use of Microsoft Word and PowerPoint for intermediate users, also for CPDU credit. Activity 3. Expand current new teacher mentor program from 1 year to 2. The Year 1 mentor will continue to be a teacher at the same grade level or content area. The Year 2 mentor will be an experienced technology user assigned to the same building as the mentee. Mentor stipend per union contract will apply to both years. Activity 2. Develop district-level technology training for classified staff on all new software that is used in their positions. Activity 5. Structure half-day in-service meetings to provide increased computer access for faculty and staff technology training. Strategy 2. Use computer-based technologies, including telecommunications, to access information and enhance personal and professional productivity. Activity 1. Teachers will use email for building and district-level communication, including opening and attaching files, creation of distribution lists, and management of messages and folders. Activity 2. Building technology staff will provide professional development for all building personnel on the use of VoIP, which is new for the 2009-10 school year. Activity 3. Building staff will contact Net 56 Help Desk for all network and hardware issues. Strategy 3. Provide technology training to district teachers in the use of Prometheus boards and voters. Activity 1. Expert trainer will provide professional development for district technology staff and teachers in the pilot program. Activity 2. District technology staff will provide professional development for all classroom teachers. Activity 3. Building technology staff will provide professional development for all faculty staff who will be using Prometheus boards for the first time this year. Activity 4. Building technology staff will attend a minimum of one common planning time meeting per grade level per month to provide feedback and additional support to classroom teachers in the integration of interactive whiteboard technology in their classrooms. Activity 5. Content-specific resources for use with Prometheus boards will be posted online, all plan years. Goal 3. Evaluation. Description. Develop a continuous process of evaluation and accountability for the use of educational technology as a teaching and learning tool, a measurement and analysis tool for student achievement, and a fiscal management tool. Strategy 1. Continually evaluate the success and progress of the technology plan based on changing environments. Activity 1. Monitor assessment data and review curriculum to ensure alignment to standards. Activity 2. Continue to enforce acceptable use policy for students and staff. Activity 3. With Net 56, conduct yearly review of security issues and needs as they relate to data transfer and storage. Activity 4. Technology Plan Committee to meet quarterly to review progress of the plan. Once the plan has been written, attention can be focused on that very critical issue of implementation. It is all too common for committees to spend tremendous amounts of time working on projects, only to have those wonderful documents filed away and looked at only rarely. As the technology integration plan becomes increasingly visible throughout the school and the community, technology leaders and planning team members will play a critical role in assuring that the plan is truly an agent for positive change.